In the building, the Game Plan Podcast. Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. Fishing, Lee Ice, Rose, Ray LaBay. Listen, Fishing, Live.com. Streaming on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. News, sports, gossip, comedy, game change, everything. We in the building. What it do, people? We in the building.
And again,
We in the building.
Is my
It
mic
make you feel
on?
good, Lee Ice?
I feel good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Good,
Just
good.
letting it know.
We good. We good
What's
in
up,
here.
everybody?
Welcome back to the Game Plan Podcast. I'm your man,
yo.
Division. And I thank you for visiting your favorite podcast in the world.
What the name of it is?
I said
hear
it,
me
the
out
Game
there?
Plan Podcast,
Say
Lee
it
Ice.
again.
I can't keep repeating myself,
Come on,
Lee Ice.
man. They like
We-
when you said Division.
I know they like it, but they also like the rest of the content.
All right.
So maybe we should,
Okay.
kind of get into there. But let's introduce you folks. Now,
right.
first up to bat was the most boisterous and excited member of the group so far,
Right.
Mr. Lee Ice. Lee Ice. Yes, you, sir.
Oh,
Say hi
hello,
to the people.
everybody. Hi, everybody.
He was
It's your
acting up
boy.
earlier.
You know how I do. I'm good to be here. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
All
I know
right.
y'all gonna say something. So go ahead.
Thank you, Lee Ice. That's what we're going to say. You were great.
Short and sweet.
Next to you, right. Next to you, the lady of the
I
house.
kind of
looking
feel
so
guilty.
high.
I'm like in your old seat. I don't know why that.
All
you know.
seats are mine, Rahel. It doesn't
He's
matter.
like slowly making his exit. I don't know. I'm a little.
Not at all. I'm
Okay.
omnipresent.
You need to.
I'm omnipresent.
I like to.
We're good.
Can't
A
be
queen
above
sits
me.
high on her throne, right?
Can't be above me.
Anyways.
This is a lot of sexism going on, sir.
Okay.
We do
Good
not
to see you
support
guys
that.
again, though.
Ray LaBay, she is our gossip expert.
Yeah.
I guess.
She gives you all the information on what's going on out there
Ray
in the
LaBay.
Man,
streets.
you asked me, I'm gonna tell you.
And
so,
she
hey.
is going to tell
what
you.
she gonna do.
She don't mind. And next to her, welcome back. We've been missing this cat.
I know, right?
He was on assignment last week. We are not at liberty to divulge
He
what he was
wasn't here
doing.
last week.
I'm gonna
He
talk
was
about
not
it.
here.
Remember?
I'm gonna talk about it.
I just
He's
saw
going to
it.
talk
We
about
can
it.
talk about it.
I'm
Go
gonna talk
ahead.
about it.
We'll give it up for Justy Rose. Rose, what were you
Rose.
doing last week, Rose?
Rose.
So what had happened was.
I was out looking for a bra for Lee Ice because today is Titty Tuesday.
Titty Tuesday, day.
You know what, Rose?
set you
I
up
was
like
going to say something. I was going to
Anybody
say
set
something.
you up like that.
No, I was going to say
Lee
something.
Ice has been a real
I'm
angry old man
mature in
today.
I'm mature in my elder age.
Dude,
so
why
I'm
is
not
he-
going
hey,
to
not
do
doing
it.
that.
I'm
This
not
is
going
PG.
to do it.
We're
I'm
getting
not
a
going
lot
to do it.
in the audience right now.
I don't know either.
I'm not going to do it,
I'm
Rose.
kinda wild.
by the audience, and I don't know how.
I don't know either.
Rose,
Shout out to Talking Terps.
We're glad
Stay
to see.
tuned, 9 p.m. for some wild.
Hello.
We're
Right.
glad to see you, Rose. If the world can see you, but we're glad.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
Wow.
we gonna keep that?
I thought
up?
these two would be civil, but apparently
No,
not.
that's my man. That's my man. That's my man.
Hopefully they get it together
You know
by
what I'm saying?
the
That's
by
my
the
man. You're
sports
my man,
report.
Rose.
I just want to give a shout out to Ray because she's looking real good today.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well,
I
right.
just want to shout out.
now y'all do
It's a
remember
good
that
day.
HR seminar
Thank
on
God.
harassment?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She looking good
But-
today.
Richmond, how you doing?
She wasn't looking good yesterday.
Shout out to Miss K.
Miss K.
Shout out to K. That's
Y'all
my
hyping too
dog
much
over
stuff
there.
up.
Miss K with the slanted
Miss
eyes.
K. Get it right.
Looking real Chinese right now.
Giving her. Give
Not that there's
her.
anything wrong with that.
Give
HR
her-
seminar.
I'm sorry, my Gmail is going right on, sir.
Yes.
You need to report to ethics
K.
training expeditiously.
Stand up for your respect,
Obviously,
Miss.
y'all didn't make that
Miss
section.
K.
That's
Get
why.
it right, Miss K. Get it
Okay,
right.
Richmond.
thank you.
Be
You
aggressive.
see, this is my crew. We're gonna get into the show now
Get it
because I want to
right.
give more of this to you, just spread out over an hour. Okay, so we're going to get into breaking news.
Oh,
What's going on?
The first ever rap billionaire.
wow.
Congratulations.
Man. Joe Camel. The most
Joe Camel.
unattractive man in Marcy Projects.
Right.
like the
Oh my
camel.
god. But you know, at this
The
point,
hottest
That
chick in the
was the worst
game wearing
thing
his chain.
It
she's
works.
whack.
The luckiest man in the world, and most dudes gonna say because it got Beyonce. No,
I was that girl.
I would never ever say you're lucky because you're the luckiest man in the world, Mr. Sean Carter, Jay-Z. I give you respect. You're the luckiest man in the world.
You just give him a hand.
How
job?
was he the
I'm
luckiest
about
man
to say,
in the world?
Mr. Carter, if you nasty.
Right, with a hand job, you be fondling his neck.
Would
How is
you
he the
like
luckiest man?
Would you
No, but I
like
mean, the
for
way
me
you
to
was-
elaborate?
You was really
Like,
into all
Jay-Z,
that.
you're
just-
awesome.
Why?
Jay-Z.
Why is
Like,
he?
woo!
Oh,
Jay-Z, you're awesome.
Vision.
Rose is
Big.
alluding to Lee Ice.
Okay, I'm gonna
Milking
tell you why
Jay-Z's
he's
technical
the luckiest.
testicles.
Right.
I'm
I
gonna
mean-
tell you why
I mean-
he's the luckiest man
All
in
right,
the
tell
world.
us, Lee
Milk
Ice.
him like
Let's
that.
hear this,
I know I
y'all.
was going to say, well, he's clearly a
Let's hear
billionaire.
this.
He's the
so-
luckiest man in the world.
Okay.
Because two of the greatest rappers ever got assassinated. Yes, I said assassinated. I didn't say killed. I
Okay.
said assassinated.
They were
Okay,
shot.
what's
You
up?
went
Go
all
ahead.
Malcolm X on us, huh?
He
Fascinating, huh?
split. He
Yeah.
pushed
Now-
himself
now how do
quick.
y'all
Because
feel about
before
Okay.
that,
He said before like
Tupac,
3 times, 4 times.
when Pac was alive and Biggie was alive, was y'all on Jay-Z's nuts?
He hadn't
Jay-Z
broke yet.
He was like
even-
30.
No.
He was still
He was
underground.
young
He
now.
really grew
No.
up there yet.
I'm
Like,
just
he's
saying.
still, like, coming
And
up.
he used my man Pac's lyrics. What the hell? And he used my man Biggie's lyrics.
Okay.
And these youngins out. Hey, I'm not
Let's
throwing shade.
respond to that.
I'm
Let's-
not hating
can
on
we
him.
respond to that?
Okay.
I respect
He's gonna
this
take the
man.
whole show if you don't
but
stop him.
trust me.
I know.
If
Let's-
Pac and Biggie did not die, he would not be where he was. And
Let-
he
let
knows
your-
that.
let your co-host
He's
respond.
smart enough to know that.
We got you, Lee Ice.
He's
Let your,
smart enough
All
to
right,
know
let your
that.
all right,
co-host
old
respond.
man. Jesus.
Very
Do you
interesting
agree or
point.
disagree with Lee Ice?
Go ahead there, Ray.
No, I just feel like that's an interesting point to make, but I don't know if it's necessarily a point because, you know, it's a new time. Everything changed. Everything has changed. Like, even these older folks have to get with the new and the young to, like, you know, still be relevant and do what they do. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say that he wouldn't be as successful if, you know, they had passed away, Biggie and Tupac. I just feel like it would have just been more billionaires or, you know, more successful artists or more people reaching that status. I don't think it has to be one.
He's older.
That has
than
nothing to
Pac
do.
and Biggie.
It's not a limited thing. Like, oh, we can only pick the best one. Like, no, I think there would have been more like success. For all we know, they could have
His upper
opened
lip sweating.
the floodgates to success.
Oh, I'm not hating on Sean Carter. I'm really
I
not.
know.
Before-
I
There's a
respect
lo-
this dude.
Before
I
you
respect
rebuttal,
him.
Lee Ice, can we hear what Justy Rose feels on that situation, and then I want your rebuttal.
God.
First of all, can you see him?
I can see it. Give me your glass. I really can see it. But no, I mean,
Did you say give him his glasses and Ritalin?
I really can. Okay. No, my thing is, yes, there was Pac and Biggie, but at that time, I think there was a transition from them older jokers. You know what I'm saying? When Pac and Biggie was coming in.
Who was the older jokers?
I mean, when we started talking about when rap first started, like
Who was the older jokers?
Oh, like you talking about like Dougie and all them jokers.
Okay.
Curtis
At
Blow.
them time, them jokers was in and they was starting to fade. And you
Okay.
had your new transition, Biggie and Pac start coming.
So
Jay
when-
still would have been able to carve out
And I
because
don't
there
mean-
wasn't a lot of jokers then that was going to be able to
I don't
take
mean
it
to
over.
cut you off, Justy. I don't mean to cut you off.
Let's turn this
But
into the
it's
Lee Ice
very
show.
important. I don't mean to cut you off. But when Pac and Biggie was
Right.
on,
Right.
did you hear about Jay-Z?
No, you didn't. But that doesn't. But you can't say. But they would. You knew him, but you would have to like been one of them dudes that know.
My man.
No, but you would
Put
have
the
had
hand
to.
up.
You would have had to been one of them dudes like. Yeah.
You got to remember
Jay was around. There would have been.
I'm not
room-
saying he
no,
wasn't
Brooklyn's
around.
finest
No,
joint.
but there would have been room for a third dude to come
I
and
agree.
get in because it was only Pac and Biggie.
Okay.
Now
And you
listen,
gotta remember,
we are
LL
black
was
joke-
out at that time,
LL
and-
was around. He still had his own type of
But
delivery.
LL
His-
in
yeah, he was in his,
Hollywood,
like,
and I'm
own
not
zone,
hating
like,
him
in
for
the
that.
different
and that's true.
I'm not hating him for that.
Right.
And L to me is one of the top five of all time.
At that point, I think Tupac still would have outdid him because Pac started to look at business a little different when he started a lot of movies. Now Biggie, I ain't gonna say he didn't or did because we don't know, but Pac was really starting to say, look, I'm gonna do music, then I'm gonna take that joint to
He
the
was
movie
venturing out
and
a
stuff
little
like
more.
that. So that would have left Biggie a little bit away, and then you see how Jay started doing his thing, and then he started going movies and all this stuff.
I mean,
got
Jay-
business,
Still was room
too.
for Jay.
Yeah.
Jay is a smart.
Biggie wasn't
They
going to be
all
nobody's
in, like,
leading
their own
man.
different, like, you know, platforms. Like, Jay's a businessman.
Yeah,
He
he's a
started, you know what I mean?
And you
Like,
got to remember, luck has nothing to do with him investing $2 million in Uber and now it being worth $70 million.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Just because he was the winner, more people seem to identify with Dame Dash because he lost it all,
Right.
than to identify with Jigga
Who gained.
because he gained from
Right.
it.
Let me
Because
say it
we know more
again.
people that lost it all than people that gained.
Right.
Let me say
I
it
think it's
again.
hating.
I'm not hating.
Sounds
on,
salty.
on Mr. Carter.
It sounds like Mrs. Dash.
I would
And
never.
real talk,
honestly.
I
and
would.
we only
I
think-
would never hate on a black man getting his thing.
Okay.
I would never hate on a black.
But I
man.
really.
But
Okay.
trust me, he would never be where he
I
is.
disagree, though. I
without
disagree.
what?
But-
What
Because
do
if
you
Pac
mean?
and Biggie
Because
didn't
if-
die, they would
Where
have
was
fell
he
off
at
like
when
everybody else.
Pac and Biggie was
You're
alive?
talking about
He was
then.
underground.
We're talking
He hadn't
about-
been signed
it's
yet.
not even about where
He's
he was
older
then.
than them. What the fuck are y'all talking
that
about?
doesn't
He
matter.
wasn't at their, like, he wasn't doing music to the extent or whatever.
No,
He was.
you think he wasn't trying to do it?
He was
He
selling.
couldn't get on. What the fuck are y'all talking
He
about?
could have got on. He got
He
on.
could have
was
got
in
on.
the
He got
streets.
on. He was on a song with Big.
Yeah.
He
With
got
who?
on. With Biggie.
that-
With who?
But
With
that is,
Biggie.
We
but
get
then
your
his
point.
own but what I'm saying, and I'm actually shocked that Jay-Z did beat him because I really thought Will and his ventures, you know, even though he's not, would have been the first. I know he's kind of, when you say rap, it's real loose talking about Will Smith.
Right.
But I really thought he was going to get there first.
Unfortunately, Will is not even top 10.
Yeah, and that's shocking. I ain't even
And
know
let's
that Will was, 'cause Will's
look at the
got-
I
top
don't
10.
even know
Well,
his
actually,
catalog
Will
to
technically
take him
would
into
be
consideration
because
like
Will
that.
has around 300 million. So yeah, Will is up there, but he's not considered in the rap.
Oh,
Rap
yeah, that's
game
what I
Because he
was
made
saying.
his
I'm
money
talking
off
about
everything
rap.
else.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Parents
okay,
just
okay.
don't understand giving you like $16 a week
Yeah.
in royalties.
Right.
And then we actually got the rest of the list. Igor, if you could put the list up there, brother.
Igor.
Number 2, of course, is Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy, Love.
I'm actually surprised he's
whatever.
not
How is he
like.
still up there?
Yeah.
Eight,
What do you mean
man,
how?
He's
Why?
another shrewd
Because
businessman. He's a shrewd
don't
businessman.
get me started on him.
No, I mean,
Wait.
listen. Because I'm saying,
Residuals
how's he
from-
up there?
Who's number one?
Did he not hear
Jay-Z,
the whole-
he's the first
Did he not
billionaire.
hear the whole segment?
Yeah, that's what we were actually discussing.
I don't-
bro.
I don't take that-
I'm high off water.
Okay.
I don't know
No,
if I took that seriously.
Fire water.
No, I'm not saying
Nah,
Diddy's
I'm
not
good.
out there.
No,
he's not front out there. So
you gotta-
I'm still trying to figure
you
out
gotta
how he
remember
got
so-
there.
I think
Ciroc.
Diddy does. Yeah, I'm about to
You think
say
it's
business.
Ciroc?
Sean John.
too.
Sean
Sean
John. A lot of
John doing
Asians.
nothing else.
No, Sean John sells big overseas. And
Okay.
there's more Asians than us.
There is
Shout out to Asia.
Yeah, shout out.
Enough
shout
said.
out.
Dre is number 3. Jay got 787.
That was rude, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
no,
I
that was
get
cool.
it.
Most of Dre's is from Beats, the sale of Beats.
Yeah, the
Right.
bees.
Russell Simmons, of course, the sale of Def Jam. He still got 340.
He still
Master
got that
P.
black
That was
card.
Master P.
Master
I got a
P is a
question for
shrewd
y'all.
Master
business.
P,
I got a
yeah,
question
him
for
and
you.
his brother.
I got a question for
What?
all of y'all. Okay.
What is
He
it?
number one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think he'd be number one if he was with Beyonce?
Nah.
You
Beyonce,
think so?
That's what I
Beyonce
said.
helped. No,
That's
Beyonce
exactly-
got him
she-
into a few rooms that he
I
couldn't
think
get
made
in.
him more marketable. I think
Yes,
she really
yes.
made him more like
She softened his
easy
edges.
on the exactly. I think she made him
Oh,
more.
oh.
Absolutely.
It is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's almost like it is what it is.
It
And
is.
I was trying to say that yesterday. With the conversations I was having about him being a billionaire,
Yeah.
and reaching that status. But I do feel like
B got him that. If,
I'm
if
happy.
he's willing to
That's
sleep
what
with
I'm
him, the
saying.
world can
And
take
that's
him
why I
a
say
little.
he's the luckiest man.
No,
And there's
because he
nothing
had to
wrong
work
with
for
luck.
B.
There's nothing wrong with luck.
Did you
There's
see his
nothing
face? He had to work
No,
for
he
B.
played. I'm a poker player. I'm a poker player.
I want to know how that even started because it couldn't have been. I'm attracted to you.
Man, he
Like-
begging, baby, please, please,
You know what I
please,
mean?
baby.
Like-
Shorty. I'm a
And can we see the
poker
rest of the
player.
list real quick, Igor? I want to close the list out real quick,
All right,
and then
go
we'll
ahead.
go on to our
Go
first
ahead.
subject. Kanye's got about 205 of them things from banging
Usher.
Kim Kardashian.
Usher, that's
Usher.
Usher
very-
shows you that even if you got herpes,
Oh my God.
you can still be successful,
No.
little kids.
Prosper.
That is actually very
Don't use
interesting
rubber.
that he's up there.
Yeah, 180.
Yeah.
Eminem,
Yeah, I wanna see-
173, which I feel he should have more.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
Amsterdam-
because he broke a record or something recently himself. The whole arena
the,
thing.
the most amount of drugs at one sitting.
Pretty much. But he was supposed to be that white rapper that
Yeah.
the world is looking for.
Yeah.
Who?
Eminem.
Drugs
He's supposed
did
to be
that
a white
though.
rap. Listen, the world is looking for
Like
a
I
white
said,
rapper.
White rapper, yes.
Yes, they are.
Eminem.
No, really talk, real talk.
No, real talk.
Yeah,
Real
they,
talk.
No.
Listen, they
Eminem-
want to make
no,
G.
No, 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 no.
Eminem is the
right-
only one that
white
we.
rapper.
Yeah.
to be
Eminem-
next.
And the only one.
Hey,
Everybody
real talk.
else.
Fuck them, then you get
Listen
some money.
to this. Eminem is the most. He's the most overrated rapper, and he's the most underrated rapper at the same time.
I agree with that.
I
At
agree.
the same
I agree with
time.
that.
But again, he's got the crossover machine behind him,
Right.
and that's how he gets probably overrated.
That's how he gets
But
overrated.
you have to listen to him
If you
sometimes.
listen-
'Cause I just had a conversation about this. This is off the topic a little bit, but people was talking about my bad. We were talking about who's like real good now right now. So the conversation kind of started off like, hey, if Outkast hadn't broke up, how well would they be doing as a team still together? And even though they didn't, they just kind of went solo. So then we was talking about hey, every time 3000 get on something,
3000.
he's really good. His lyrics are real good.
He is very.
He's very
Yeah.
talented as far as the mix on play on
Yeah.
words. And that's what I think. I say that to say that I think you gotta listen to some of M's stuff that he plays on words real well.
He's a
You know what I'm
lyricist
saying?
for real.
And that's why I don't
True
think that's
definition
why I
of
don't think
a
he's
lyricist.
overrated
He's
at
great.
all. You know what I'm saying? But I just think he got that machine behind him that he couldn't.
Yeah,
keep
the
up.
machine
Exactly. I was
makes
about to say he couldn't keep up.
with
He-
what he's doing. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
the
He couldn't
machine
keep up.
makes
has
him
like that-
overrated.
Yeah.
Well,
But the underground makes him underrated.
The machine makes you
he's a
accept him
beast.
for the fact that he's a white rapper.
yes,
Yeah.
And
and he's always going to give him a shot.
people assume that because of the machine, he's not talented.
Yeah.
Right.
I
And
don't-
you have to listen
right, so
to
I see
it.
what I see.
Yeah.
For once, I agree with this dude.
I
So
like
that
it.
I don't know what's going on with me.
I enjoy it.
I'm not having any more drinks.
I enjoy it.
But that machine will also give him another chance anytime he wants to. So anytime people want to drop an album, he's going to get sales.
Right,
'cause he's
where
gonna get-
Rakim has to knock down somebody's door, so
Right.
that's
Yeah,
unfair.
So that's all.
One
That's
of the
unfair.
greatest
Yeah.
ever. Shout out
Shout out to Rakim.
Yeah.
to the R.
Oh, that was good. That was our minute in hip hop.
That was a
So
nice
leading
minute.
from that was a great segue into our next topic, which
Explain
is
that to him.
What did he say?
if he tries to drive, he'll see a segue. Sir,
Oh
stop.
my god.
Ray, what did he say?
So we go. Now look, we gonna get into real
Black
issues
man
now.
over there said.
I
And
did.
I
a lot
emphasize
of
the
Real
word
issues. Let's get
black.
real issues.
As I sip some
What he
water,
said.
Yes.
Chalkboard. What you
we're gonna
say?
get into this next slide here.
Let's crank it up.
Uh-oh.
Racism.
Ooh.
Ooh, let's do it.
Okay.
Racism.
So what do you want to
First
say
of
about
all,
discrimination or
I will
Wait till he
apologize. I
finish.
will apologize right
directed
now
against someone
to
of a
anyone
different race.
I offend.
You offended them by not
I
letting
don't
them hear.
think you need to
the-
apologize for something that you
That
you mean to say.
No,
Yeah.
'cause we're looking at your face, and underneath it, it says, apologize.
At least they can see my face.
Oh, that.
Come on, let's get a real issue.
All right.
That's racism.
Let's get into it. Now, Lee Ice actually suggested this one.
No, the timing is good because
Yeah.
these incidents are starting to.
And we do have a number, folks, 301-557-0171.
This
We
is gonna
need to
be
hear
good.
from y'all.
This is gonna-
301-557-0171.
We're gonna decide
I
if we're
really
gonna
need
answer.
to hear from y'all.
But what about racism? You can't just say blanket.
No, it's never going to be a blank.
But
Well,
so-
I'm going to start it off.
what
Since everybody talks about racism, we know what it is.
Right.
We've seen it. We hear it every day. I want to ask a question.
What's the question?
Can black people be racist
Towards who?
in general?
You know, when I hear people say that we can't be, I understand that we can't be because we've, been subjected to so much of it. Don't do that. I said I
you
faced
weren't getting
myself.
over that.
I faced
Right.
myself.
What took you so long?
I-
Escaping that.
I
You
definitely
say we
fixed-
can't be?
We can't. No.
Like a
No.
Rubik's Cube over here.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What?
Zero in on it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. She
Yeah.
doesn't know what a Rubik's Cube is.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Let her talk.
Okay.
Everybody wants to talk. Let
No,
her.
Right
I,
at
no,
that.
wait, hold on, y'all
Alright,
threw
go
me
ahead.
off. No, I'm just saying, like, when I hear that, I understand, like, why we can't be. But at the same time, it is what it is. Like, it's still, if you feel or if you're not, like, if you can't accept somebody that doesn't look like you, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? You don't have to be, I don't want to say labeled as a racist, but
Right.
it's like, okay, I don't like this. I don't like these people, but that's what that is. It's still the
discriminatory.
same. It's,
Right.
No. You know what? Actually, I take that back. It's all the same at the end of the day. I don't really feel like we can't be, but I understand how we can't be.
Well, racism is complex. So there's several things that go underneath it.
Right.
And Go ahead.
Well,
That's right.
for person of color, I don't believe.
And as a man.
Person of dark color.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Mr. Obvious.
I didn't say that as a you know.
No,
him.
but
I'm just
where you're
saying.
coming
But
from.
No, but
As,
he's serious. Let's hear where you're
But
going.
as
Yes.
a person of color, I think we do exhibit racism sometimes. But I think our racism is more of a history of people
Okay.
coming at us. So
Okay.
like a white person, it's taught. That's what they do. Like, hey, I see this brown, I'm scared automatically. But I think
What
our
do you
history
see?
has caused us to be racist towards the white people because they automatically like we start looking at them as like, you know,
Distrustful.
this white
It's
joker
embedded
ain't
in
got no
us.
good enough. Good for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, like me, I'm you know what I'm saying, where I work at, you know, I'm still seeing it. I mean, we've got talented, you know, people of color that just can't get to the top. Anyway, they don't move up. Why? I mean, yeah, there's people there, but sometimes just like the good old boys, we're not gonna put you in charge of real decisions. We'll let you sit at the table and think you're doing something, but when it's time to say yay or nay, you ain't in that room.
Now, Rose,
That's
you
what's
being
up.
in a corporate environment, in a professional environment, so because there's a limited amount of, let's say, just colored folks,
Right.
you know,
You say
people
that,
of color, African Americans,
right.
do you see a aggression towards each other, or like a kind of mentality of fighting for the morsels? Do you see that snitching on each
No,
other?
well, you know what? There's so few
Okay.
of us that are in that position to
Okay.
even in that position high up the chain enough to get those positions that
So
are high
you
up
just
the
like
chain.
you see another one, you be like, oh,
Yeah, you know, and
That
you
was
know,
up
It's not
and
the
that's
Twilight
it.
Zone.
And that's it. So there's not a whole bunch of them knocking on the door that's that's up on that, that's even able to get to that level because we're just not there yet. We're not in the door.
Right.
You got your head honchos who we know they are. We got a few sprinkled down this next level, a lot down here, but then amongst the workers, there's a lot in there.
Now, what
There's a
you're
lot of-
discussing is institutional racism, which is less coherent. People, then it's different than
that's
coherent
always,
racism.
No,
Right.
that's always going to be
Or over.
Bravo.
Well, that's the thing
Always.
because that's harder to identify.
It is,
and
but-
people are less angry at that. Like if
Right.
someone blows up a church, you're gonna get mad at that. That's
Right.
that's a act of racism. But institutional racism, it affects everything.
Right.
Everything. This,
Right.
this
And
was
that's
keeping
what I
him
think-
from up there. People aren't
Right.
comfortable. You know.
I feel like that's outside of just that environment, though. I feel like that's
Oh,
what-
it's everywhere.
Exactly.
It's everywhere.
It is
At the
literally
grocery store.
not something
Right.
that we can just escape from. It's not like, oh, it's a new day, it's a new age. No,
No, it's never a new
this
day.
is so deep in, like, you know, like the African American community roots that it's not something that, oh, you can just escape or change or, you know, you grow up in like a different community and think that it's not a part of you. No, it is because you're being reminded of it
Constantly.
subconsciously. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's not
Right.
something that you can just like. We
were
are
destabilized
still,
as a
that's what I'm
community.
saying. Like this.
And my thing is right
Lee
now
Ice, you put it
we're
up
in an
there.
area here in DC that we are pretty much kind of sheltered from it because
No,
but we are
there's no
but we
shelter.
are a melting pot. We have a lot of going on.
No.
I see what he's
No,
saying.
but I'm
It's
saying
different than
yes,
the South.
you get downtown in your.
No, I'm not thinking
but like
geographically.
Here, I'm thinking just in general. So I don't know if we feel like somebody down south where they just like
No.
you
No.
know, you can't
And
be
Rose,
a bunch of us
I'm
together.
glad
But
you
it's
brought
still-
that up
Yeah.
because DC is trying to change the culture
Right.
and the aspect of what it is, but it really ain't going to change because DC, we've been, you know, as my man Stephen A. Smith said, Chocolate City. But they trying to change that shit.
No, it's
You see what I'm saying?
100%,
If
yeah.
you go into Southeast, 75% of Southeast now is Caucasian. And that is amazing to me. Because if you go 15, 20 years.
That 22 is
25
still
years,
wild as a mug, though.
That would have never, ever been in existence.
But that was
it is
a
now.
long-term plan, though. The property
Yeah, it
value.
was a
That's gone in
plan.
effect, right? But that's the thing, though. That going in effect is also making it worse. Like I said, you don't even have to, like, let's say you didn't live in Southeast, right? But those folks that were living in those parts that are being gentrified have to now move out. So now they have to now branch out to different parts of the area, and now it's making those areas, you know, like more a parent of the situation, or like, oh, there's other kind of people out here. There's other, not people, but like there are other types of folks that may not be where I'm from or may not look like me, but now we have to live together. And now it's like, causing that issue. That's what I'm saying. It's not something that we can really avoid. We can avoid it, but it's not something that we're like, trying to dismiss or fix. We are getting ourselves, I feel like, in a deeper hole because it's not getting better. Look at these situations. There were just 2 situations recently. An Airbnb host that called, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a group of like 3 or 4 black or 5 black men that were staying at her residence or where she lived, and called the guy a monkey. And then I know everybody's seen the "it's above me" guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like these things are still happening. An Asian woman, a woman that's not from this, you know what I mean? She's not even from here, whatever that means to anybody. And you still have the nerve to look down at somebody else. You know what I mean?
Well, that's part of the system, though.
And that's
when we
how
get to
messed up it
systemic
is.
issues.
And that's my point. It's so embedded.
The majority is so, they have such a market share of everything good. And they control so much, and the privilege that comes from that.
But it's the minorities still looking at the minorities this kind of way
But
because of what they're taught or what they
understand
think is
that
right.
at one point they were the blacks. At one point they were.
And how quickly they forgot. That's my point.
That's part of the destabilization, though, of all the races, really, by the majority. You want them fighting each other. You want the Asian mad at the African American. You want the African American mad at the Latino. You want them mad at the Eskimo,
you want them
the
to
Cambodian,
fight each
everybody.
other so they can.
I mean, look
And
at
we're
us.
still
That's
grabbing
the
everything.
thing with us. People
Yeah,
that
we're
look like,
a bag of Skittles.
you know what
They
I mean? Like,
they want them to combat
they
each
want
other.
they want us to knock each other down so that they don't have to do so.
Right.
So they can keep. It's all about a structure. It's all about fear. It's all about conformity. And as long as we stay confined between those lines, they're always gonna win.
Now, Ray, let me ask you
And
something.
you know who I'm talking about when I say that. I
Absolutely.
don't mean to sound racist, but I'm
No,
saying that's the
but
truth.
we're getting
racist.
real. This is
It's
real
You know
talk.
what I mean? Like this is.
But I want to
That's
ask you a
reality.
question, Ray, because you're first generation like I am.
Right.
Okay, you're first generation. So, as a first generation, you came in here and you were around other people that look like you that might not necessarily identify with you because your origin was different.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about
Oh,
that?
I have a great. Let me tell you, my introduction to color was when I was in like middle school. Like I was like, what? How old are you in like 6th grade? Like
12.
12.
Okay, so I went to elementary school with a lot of white kids.
This was in
Montgomery County.
Montgomery
Monkey.
County.
Then Montgomery.
Moco.
Look-
Monkey.
Anyways, I went to a predominantly white
Moco.
elementary school,
right.
and my best friend at the time was this white girl. I used to always go to her house.
What's
She'd
her
come to
name?
my house.
What's her name? Becky.
I don't want to say her name because she's
Say
trying
her
to.
name.
No, that's
Madison.
a whole nother story. She's
Say her
trying to
name,
not
baby,
claim
baby.
me. She was a Becky, but
Oh,
anyway.
And you went to her house.
No, we was cool. Like our
You
family,
ate-
she was a white this white girl. Her family's Jewish. Like they were so sweet.
Did they use washcloths?
Oh shit.
Boy, I don't
You
remember
ate
that
fucked
much.
up potato salad.
I don't remember that far back. But anyways, I want to keep this short and kind of
right.
get to the point.
Go
But
ahead.
I like I said, elementary school, it was only 3 black girls. I could say. And they were both named Ashley. No bullshit. I swear to God. I swear
was
to
you
God.
one of them?
Please,
I clearly am not. But
Igor,
anyway,
please look
it was
that
like
up and see if they were really named
it
Ashley.
was- I will. I mean, we could. Anyways,
No
I
black
don't even
girl's
wanna-
named Ashley.
I'm not kidding.
Ashley Banks,
I'm
maybe.
coming from Montgomery County. Stop
Moco.
playing. Okay?
Monkey.
Stop. I'm about to take you off this fucking table.
Moco.
Monkey.
It was literally like only 3 black girls in like my whole 5th grade class. I think
Okay.
it was probably like a total like 30 or
So
40
take me
of
to
us.
the moment when you
So
realized
anyways,
color.
from elementary school, it was like 5 different elementary schools that fed into our one middle school in that area, right?
Okay.
So that's when I started to meet and see other people. So there was this one school
Other
that like
people.
fed into or that went to that middle school as well that were predominantly black.
Okay.
And I still one of the, like a couple of them are still my friends till this day. But like when I started, not even just that school, but like just other people, whatever. when I tell you, I've never heard so much about myself, like my skin, this, my hair, that, my name, this, like all these things that I never really thought twice of. Or
And this
really,
is from the black people.
yeah,
Okay.
like they're just bringing all this stuff to my attention. I'm just like, I got a perm. No bullshit. I got a perm in 6th grade because I'm over here like, oh, my hair too crazy, whatever. So I'm thinking, let me at least try to, relax my hair. Huh? I don't want to put none of this out there. No, I didn't have nappy hair, but that's the thing because my hair didn't look. Stop. Because my hair didn't look like theirs or whatever the case was. It was still like, oh, like everything that I never thought twice about
Your hair
myself.
didn't look like
it made you self-conscious now,
It made
right?
me
Because it was
so
different.
I'm over here. I'm not doing that with you. Stop. But I'm just saying, like all these things that I never thought. My name. I never thought my name was so different or so strange or so like
Well, see, and this is the problem. Because y'all are making fun of it, and she's telling a real
get what I'm
story.
saying? I mean, like,
and this is what she's. But
it's
no,
real.
it's okay. It's what she's talking
real.
about.
And I tried
So
so,
let her get it
hard
out.
to fit in, like, and I wanted to be so cool. Like, I remember, I never got into a fight. They was trying to like break me in, I guess, or whatever. There was like this one girl that was just a little off. They looked at her and was like, "Oh, make her move from this table." My dumb ass, I was like, "Get up." I don't know what scene I saw that from and what movie or whatever, but I looked at her and I was like, "Get up." She's
Lean
like,
on
"What,
me."
bitch? I'm about to eat my food." Like, what you know what I mean? Like these situations that I got into and like all of like the sudden like realization about myself and whatnot happened. Unfortunately, with people, my
Your whole
people.
world was turned upside down.
I was just confused. I'm
Right.
thinking something was wrong with me.
sorry.
You know what I mean?
and
like,
that's really the black experience.
and it was
Because when you have a
unfortunate
majority,
that- it was
That's
you're
a
not going
black
to be
experience.
successful unless you emulate.
But it's
what
just
the
like
majority
that's how
is.
messed up this world is.
Yeah.
Is that they're looking at me, like I'm your sister. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I love my peoples or whatever.
Right.
But even though we was young and did not understand or were aware of what we were doing to each other, what was going on at the
Right.
time, it did mess me up, and I had to like really kind of like struggle. Like I had a point to prove now.
Right.
For what? You know
To
what
show
I
your
mean?
blackness. How black are you now?
Are you black?
Yeah. How
Are
black
you
are
black?
you? And that's
No, the school
yeah.
was what was the name of it?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
Moco High.
I feel
Moco.
You know that was like that was like a real
That's wild though.
experience.
Now Justy Rose had a wait a minute.
Moco.
Rose had a question.
Monkey.
Is it
Why
a real
we got
question?
stop? That's so racist. Why we gotta be monkeys? You sound like the Asian got the Airbnb. You better stop, okay? Like,
You hurry up and buy.
above this.
I don't want to hear monkey. That's
I'm above this.
that is,
Monkey.
Okay, I'm above this.
Lee Ice,
okay?
Lee Ice,
The best,
Lee Ice.
the best
I feel
Western
sorry
right
for your
next
mother.
to it.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, but
I'm
look.
sorry.
Hold up.
I'm
Let
sorry.
Rose-
You
let
grew
Rose
up
get
in
this
Monkey
point.
County. I'm sorry.
Lee Ice, we
Yo.
get a serious subject.
Yes.
No,
Let's
but
let
I love
Rose
it.
get it
No,
out.
no,
Man, I
go
was in
ahead.
PG County all day, man. It was black
PG.
as I don't know what. So,
It was.
so I,
Black,
you know.
blacker than you?
Whoa, pretty good, pretty good. Nah, I just black.
Okay, well that was our segment on racism.
It was
It was
not
black
a
on
Lee
shot.
Ice, Lee Ice pretty much took all the
Just-
fire out of it.
Just.
So we're
It
gonna move
wasn't
on
a
to what the
shot.
fuck.
It wasn't a shot.
No, it was black. It was
No,
PG
no, because
County
you black.
Oh my
Really?
god.
You are black. It wasn't
Lee
a
Ice grew up
shot.
around very nice Jewish people, so
sure did.
don't listen to him.
Yeah.
He proper as hell.
Igor, whenever
Right.
you're ready, let's go to the first
Straight
video.
up.
Lee Ice used to wear a box on his head
Because we
too.
grew up. We grew up in PG
Yes,
County.
the video. Whenever you're ready,
Three
don't
of us
pay
grew
any
up.
attention to Lee Ice right now.
What are we doing?
We're playing videos, Lee Ice.
Well, we couldn't. Oh.
See, Steph starts early.
Now, is she a kid or just a small Asian?
Hey, you go. Hey, but I bet you her mother jumped out and
She
said,
about
"You
to
break
beat
you
her.
by."
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
over.
Yeah, pretty much.
All those people know one person was able to hurt.
Pretty much.
If that was that black cheerleading show on TV, they would have cussed her out.
What, bring it on?
Monkey
Yeah, nah,
ass
what was the
out.
one
I
that-
don't understand. All these people think y'all can't hold nobody up.
Oh, that did well.
Ain't nobody
She
said.
lost it
Oh,
in
you
the middle
better.
of the zone.
She made that.
Dead.
The RKO. That was the RKO. Boom.
Hit himself.
Look at this.
Hit
Nothing.
Look at Lee Ice tonight at the
Hit
drunken time.
himself.
He gonna be like,
himself.
you gonna be like,
Look at this kid.
oh, is
Why
that-
y'all
oh.
keep letting y'all kids do
That's
what
a
they
kid.
want unattended? I feel like we've seen this video before.
We all know.
Because rural America believes you're supposed to start your
We
kids
all
early
know
doing
why.
stuff like
We
that.
saw this video.
Your arms okay?
We did?
You
I don't
legs,
believe so.
your head? Yeah. Give me some
Just-
knuckles. That's how you do it.
A shot of your Jack Daniels, honey.
report for him.
Oh,
That is not okay.
Oh, look at her.
Oh, I have another story about some shit like that. We used to
that's
go
not
around
okay.
and put pens up to
That's
niggas.
That's in Baltimore.
Thank you.
Oh, this is so mean. That is so mean.
And the skates came off and everything.
What was he trying to do there?
I don't know.
Yeah, like what was your point? You know, sometimes you just
Yeah,
can't
you're
feel
about to
bad
get
for
fucked
people.
up.
Oh,
Yep.
That was
I
his
saw
chin.
that.
That was
oh,
his
it's
chin,
very
baby.
bad.
Go.
I saw it.
That poor child.
Dummy.
Oh,
Dummy.
damn! I'm about to
Man,
say
I
you
messed up my
almost
church
had it.
clothes.
Dummy.
Where do you guys find these videos? This is so funny.
Watch this.
Walmart, Target,
Why her
Kmart.
dumbass is she can hold it up?
Damn! He broke the backboard.
He did.
Backboard book camp.
He did.
Look at this.
It's just certain things you can't feel bad for.
Nope.
Oh!
The back of
Watch
the head.
this.
And it's still him.
Damn.
That's why they say don't run. See?
It's because it's slippery
What
out
was
there.
his point?
That's what they do in Moco.
That's a Moco?
What the
That's a
hell?
Wheaton Mall?
Ouch.
Oh, this ain't gonna end well.
No, not
And
at
then,
all.
oh!
And he's coming to save the life. That's the
Right.
sad part.
Yes.
But how you fuck up?
Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
God, one too many.
His fault wasn't done
Look at
yet.
this dude.
I know it smelled like a Cypress Hill video.
Right. Oh,
Look at this.
oh, this ain't, oh, he's gonna land on his head.
Oh no.
Lee Ice after a couple of miniatures.
That's what she gets. That's what you get. Too.
Pull the reins.
Never
Pull the
twerk again.
reins.
Oh gosh, he's gone. Little mini horse is gone.
You know this is fucking
Stop spinning. Stop.
Oh man.
Oh, poor girl. At least it was
Oh, this
sand.
is crazy. Why?
Jump!
Hey,
Damn.
you know what? He probably had his friend videotaping that.
Oh, this is really bad. Where
Is
they
that a
go?
Oh,
Why you gotta wear your helmet?
Scorpion.
Dumbass shit. I hate the
Scorpion.
I love how like they don't ever be done. It's always like some
I would have did that.
it's always some extended shit. Like
I love it.
Uh-oh.
I enjoyed
In
it.
the woods.
Oh,
Balls.
Oh.
and the stick one.
You're all on my nutsack.
See?
Try to show off for the
Hey,
police.
that's after like
that was right down the
He
street.
like married up bed after these 2 J's.
Nah, he had on them Walmart Jordans.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh. Hey, but that's a fast little what's the name?
Them
now?
joints are fast.
Oh. Sometimes you need to bail. You need to bail.
All right, we got Austin with the assist.
I love these because these hurt extra because you wet.
God!
Dude, this is so okay. Oh, his back is broke.
That was good. Those were great.
His back is broke.
I enjoyed every minute of it.
You're a sick man.
I am.
No, bro. This
So let's get into that bullshit.
You are a
First
sick
story.
man.
Anybody want to
She
read?
was in the book. That
Lee Ice, hook us up.
I gotta read.
Yes. Same question you've asked
Listen.
86 times.
Read the words in the middle.
Pastor arrested for selling
What?
tickets to heaven. What? To members to heaven to members for $500. A clergyman from Zimbabwe. Pastor Tito Watts. And
Good
his
morning.
wife
and
Amanda
his wife was involved.
were arrested for selling tickets for $500. What? It was added that the tickets
Why
are
your voice
to
get
get
so
people
deep crazy?
to heaven. Oh. A clergyman from Zimbabwe, Pastor Tito Watts and his wife Amanda.
Wow.
That's why you don't mix the light with the dark.
Right. Do not mix the light with the dark.
For $500, and it was
$500.
added that the tickets are to get people into heaven without facing judgment.
Oh my God.
The police further disclosed the Pastor Watt church members have called for the release of the man of God. Watts reportedly told
went into
those
pastor
who
mode.
sought salvation that
Look,
the
you just
tickets
scared
were
our audience
made
away.
from solid gold, and each ticket reserved
Lee Ice,
the
Lee Ice,
buyer
You
Lee
are
Ice.
scaring the
place.
audience away.
Ice.
He went to
You are
pastor mode.
killing the woofers and or tweeters.
Right. The board
Let's
is
move on to the
He
next
done
one.
started to.
Man is selling tickets
Lee
to
Ice.
heaven.
Lee Ice. Calm
my
down. The
God.
sun is going down. The sun
You
is setting.
can't calm it down.
You can't keep yelling when we're asking.
I gotta yell.
Next story,
He
please.
about to pay that 500.
Next story, please.
It's all fun. Yo.
Next story.
Don't take this
You're
serious.
chasing the audience away.
All right.
I don't take the audience.
You got
Anybody?
Right.
I got it. I got it. Okay, I'm not gonna be as crazy
Right.
as Lee.
Right.
Okay. All right. Day tricked Georgia woman out of over $80,000.
Good Lord.
A woman who was looking for love instead became the victim of an alleged huckster. She told police that she met 35-year-old John Martin Hill on Match.com. That's why you need to stop fucking with these apps.
Yep.
Hill told her he was a millionaire. Lie. He convinced his victim that they were in love and went house hunting. Within a week of knowing one another, they agreed to get married. The woman said she gave Hill more. See, I don't even feel bad no more. The woman said she gave Hill more than $80,000 to buy a house and furniture. After she sent the money, however, he stops talking to her.
Big surprise.
Duh, bitch. Okay. Anyways, detective determined that he lived at an apartment with a woman and child. They said Hill was Hill. Yeah, they said
Say it.
Hill has changed his name more than 5 times. Oh, police said he's accused of similar crimes in Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey,
No.
and Virginia.
Look out for him.
Maryland.
You don't feel. I know. I'm like, damn, this too close to home. I hope I.
Maryland.
Let me look at Hill.
Look at Maryland. Yeah.
He got a show on this very
That's
network.
I recognize him.
But
I know
you
that
can't
dude.
feel bad for stuff like that. Like, you can't be that gullible, especially
Yeah.
in this day and age.
He not no millionaire.
You meet a guy
Yeah.
on a dating site.
Yeah.
Of course, he gonna say whatever, and then he trying to tell you he.
Yeah.
We
he
don't
this,
lie
he
on the
that.
dating sites.
We got to see what she looked like.
I like
I play-
long
What does
walks
she look
in
like?
the park
Do we
and
have a
holding
picture of her?
hands.
That's
I
how.
played poker with that dude.
That's how you get the money.
I
Let's
know
go to
who
the
you
next one.
are.
Let's go to
I'm
the
about to
next
say, I
one.
want. Oh, you don't got a
bust
picture of
your
her?
ass.
Okay, go ahead.
Justy Rose.
I already read.
I don't like this one.
Man with drugs in his butt accidentally shoots himself in the testicles.
No bull.
Cameron Jeffrey Wilson, age 27, shot himself with
Yeah, he
a
was-
pistol that was tucked into his pocket.
So he
Cheddar
cheddar
bomb.
bob.
Cheddar bomb.
Yep.
Cheddar Bob.
Before going to the hospital, he had his girlfriend take him to drop the gun off. As a 13-time felon, very busy,
Oh wow.
he wasn't supposed to have a gun. While in surgery,
Only
a
27.
balloon containing pot slipped out of his ass.
How?
The sheriff's office were called, and they searched his car and found meth. But they did not arrest him. They issued a warrant. When he turned himself in before the warrant, he had another balloon of weed in his ass.
If he
White
was a
privilege.
little,
Out again.
I was just about to say, if he was a
White
little
privilege.
darker, it wouldn't be none of that. Hey, we can go back to
Division.
that racism topic.
Tell him where he
because
had
there's
it.
some things I
In
got.
his ass.
In his ass.
Now, which one is the biggest bullshit?
What was the first one?
Him.
Again? No, what was the
First one was
again?
$500 tickets to heaven.
Oh yeah, no, that's bull.
Yeah. Second one was the $80,000.
And they add 20%
It costs
gratuity.
More than $500 to get
and
to
weed
heaven.
ass.
Him.
No, $500 to go to
Chronicles of
heaven.
Narnia in his butthole.
Him.
Him?
Over
Butthole?
the $500
That
ticket
dude.
to heaven.
If
That's
you
just a-
think it costs $500 to get to heaven, I will slap you.
Okay, if you think that they
With
brought,
my motherfucking bologna and cheese sandwich, okay? I will slap the shit out
On
of
that
you.
note, Justy Rose, which one is it?
I'm gonna go with the $500 because
that's
that's,
some
500.
bull-
Heaven?
that is some.
So
that's
2 for
that
500,
bullshit.
1 for ass.
that's some shit for Willy Wonka. Remember he had
yeah.
the golden tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, like
Yeah.
no. Remember the guy that
Question.
resurrected somebody
Do you
back
think
from
it
life?
take $500 to
No,
get to heaven?
that's why that's that bullshit. That's why it's
Because people follow their pastors and all
It's
that good
bullshit
stuff.
because okay.
Well, keep that same energy because we're going to get right into the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
This hour flied by.
Yeah, we missed the sports slice, unfortunately, because
That's cool.
Lee Ice.
I still haven't got
So we're going to have to go
Drunk.
right to the game.
No,
He's
can
gonna-
can I
The
get
game show.
Can I get 1 minute?
1 minute, Lee Ice.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Richie
Literally.
Incognito
What?
gets a job. He just got picked up
Oh my
by
goodness.
an NFL team.
Okay.
He, in front of,
He bullied and called
200
somebody and called a nigga.
yeah, using the word nigga, gets a job. Colin Kaepernick still cannot get a job in the NFL.
That's crazy.
You gotta understand.
And I'm really upset over.
He's a lineman.
You know what I'm saying?
All
One,
linemen are racist.
Again, Richie Incognito.
I don't know if he's saying the name
Again,
right. He's
saying
saying-
the word
Yeah, give it-
nigga.
Yeah.
and
Justin
Colin
Rose,
Kaepernick
close it out.
Fighting
But-
against racism.
Let Rose
Can't
close
get
it
a
out, Lee
job.
Ice.
Rosie.
Right. That
Rose,
he
what
is
do you
correct,
think?
but you gotta understand, a white man's calling somebody a negro or nigger is acceptable. A black man trying to rise up and show some disparities in how they're being treated is always gonna look bad.
Yes.
And that's
And
just the way
that
the world
goes
is.
us back to what we started
Yep.
our
It's all
show
gonna look
with.
bad.
Right. Racism.
Racism.
Contact us at any of
alive
our
and
contact
it will never
information.
die.
Moco.
You
Never
can hit us
die.
on Instagram,
Moco,
Snapchat,
go do it.
Facebook,
now
Gmail,
Moco.
Sir.
Oh, baby.
You remember HR?
HR. I mean, you already, fail the no coming to work lifted act. So
Because if he
at
peed-
least don't
if he
harass
peed in the cup,
anybody.
oh my gosh, we
Right.
all
Just
fail.
gave HR.
Are y'all ready for the
Touch
game?
her.
Just gave
Yeah, that was
Moco.
a tap.
Are y'all ready for the
As
game?
long as it's not like it was last week with these crazy ass songs. Hold on.
They
now
might be
HR
crazy.
about
What
to
did he
get
do
called.
last week?
they mad because they lost.
He had these.
It was Urban Dictionary trivia.
crazy terms that nobody knew.
But this week
No,
is
you didn't know.
Oh,
Who
okay.
Dat Baby. Celebrity baby pictures. Let's see if you get the celebrity.
so-
Well, I did it first.
Let's go.
I did it first.
Let's
Oh,
go. Lee Ice. Stop it. Lee Ice.
Yeah,
Calm
that's
down.
Cardi B.
Let's go. I got fish lips.
That's
I've
Cardi
been
B.
performing since childhood.
Did
My
you
gold
give
is
me my-
magical.
hold on, did you give
No,
me-
Now.
no,
now.
the first one was an
Whoever's
example.
first. Whoever's Ray LeBay.
No, that's-
Bruno Mars.
Let's see.
God, y'all.
It's
I didn't
Bruno
get-
Mars.
That's
100
what
points
I
for
like.
Ray
I mean, I
LeBay.
said Bruno.
I was a
I didn't
wizard.
get points for the first.
Lee, hold on. Let's stop the game. Stop the game. Lee Ice.
That
Lee
was
Ice.
an ex-
Lee
that
Ice.
was an
It's not
example.
funny. You know the rules. We've explained them every
Wow.
week.
He's
Just
dropping
stop
the
it
mic
and let
on
the
you.
game go.
You
Okay?
drunk bastard.
Please. Please, Lee Ice, you know the rules. Stop. Wait till I finish
you
talking
get him
and
mad.
then hit the buzzer.
Jeremy.
Woo! Funny no more, Lee Ice.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Next one.
Okay, it's okay.
Said, shut your bitch ass
I
up.
was a wizard. Justin got it. If you're ready, come get it. Lee Ice.
That's Bruno Mars.
No.
Dumb fuck.
You a
Anybody
child
else?
late.
Hold on.
You a child behind.
I was a wizard.
Justin got it.
Hold on.
Okay, Lee Ice.
Justin Timberlake?
No.
That picture right there.
yeah, that.
Ray LeBay for the steal.
I have no.
Nobody. Let's see the answer. Selena Gomez.
That was a girl. I
Wizards
thought that was
of
a little
Waverly
boy.
Place.
I
No,
thought
that was like a
I
straight
thought
boy,
that was
yeah.
a little
Come
boy.
get it. Nah, 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 nah. Justin Bieber's. Got
I
it.
thought that was a
He
boy.
got the- he got
no,
the
that,
draw.
Oh, he did hit that joint.
Okay, my house is full. I married Mystique. 2 stepbrothers would sleep with me.
I know this kid.
You
this
know
kid
him.
looks like.
2 stepbrothers. 2 stepbrothers. You know Lee Ice.
Oh,
Let's go.
what the
Who
fuck
is he?
his name?
Who is he?
I know who he is.
Who's that?
Can I Google?
That's
No,
the
I
dude
can't-
from Full House.
What's his name?
Yo,
John Stamos?
Justy gets the points. John Stamos.
Bullshit.
That's not some bullshit. Next one. I love Tune Blast. You got
I
it.
was way back here. I had to-
I love Tune Blast. My lantern is green. Being dead made me famous.
shit.
I tap out of this
Fuck, what's
game.
Deadpool's name? God dang it.
Oh. Ryan Reynolds.
Fuck.
I give it to Ray LeBay.
Hey.
I judged with Simon.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Lee
Do I
Ice.
have any
Lee
points?
Ice. Because you won't listen. You keep talking.
Do I
It's-
have
Wait.
any?
No, because you won't shut up.
Only off
Please.
the first. I didn't. Oh, you didn't finish.
I judged with Simon. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I just got out of rehab. Now you can hit buzzers. Ray LeBay.
I hit it first.
You hit it before I was completed, Lee Ice.
I don't know.
God.
I'm gonna just guess. That's not okay. I'm thinking of the Simon. Paula
My
Abdul.
turn is going
No.
right now.
Okay, yeah.
Lee Ice.
Go ahead, Lee. You up? Go ahead, Lee.
Why you
He's
still got
lost.
that stuck
Justin
there?
Rose.
You said Paul Abdul.
That's what you was gonna say?
Yeah, Paul Abdul.
Leah, wrong. Let's see the answer. Demi
can't-
Lovato.
You didn't let me finish.
You were done 10 minutes ago. Next one. All right.
Y'all some bullshit.
My fans getting their feelings. A prince found me on MySpace.
this
The
little
NBA
cute-ass
almost banned
baby.
me.
That's
Ray
that
LeBay.
fool.
That's Aubrey Graham.
Wrong.
Hey, that's Drake's real fucking name.
Oh,
That's that
What do you mean? That's
that's
Drake's
she got it.
name.
She
fake
got it.
ass
Next
wannabe
Aubrey
rapper
Graham.
Drake.
Audrey Graham.
Next one. Next one.
Did I get the points?
No.
You know me.
He didn't know
I
his
did.
real name.
Lee Ice,
He
we got
didn't know
30
his real
seconds.
name.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
You know me and my friends.
That's how you spell
I'm married
no?
to WCW champ. My name sounds like a penis.
That's how you spell no? Listen, you get the busted on
Yeah.
that one.
John Cena.
Wrong.
No.
You know me and my friends. Let's see the answer.
You didn't
Courtney
give me a chance
Cox.
to answer.
Next
She is
question.
so pretty.
No.
My fans are rabid. Going solo was my destiny. I married for money, not looks. Justin Rose. There
Beyonce knows.
it is.
Woo!
Next question. My project was canceled. I drank Seth's blood. I wanted to bang Franco. Lee Ice.
That looks
You
like
don't
that
know.
girl. No, I know who that is.
Who?
Is it Mindy something or
What's her last name?
Mindy? It starts with an S, I think.
I'll give you half
I
points.
don't know.
Mindy Kaling.
Mindy, yeah,
Next point.
yeah. Your body is
Next
saying
one.
Mindy. I know. Okay.
I will rock your body. I'm in sync with
Ooh, I'm
JC.
ready for this
I
one.
hit Brit in a mouse club.
That is Justin motherfucking
She
Timberlake.
got it. Keep going.
Okay.
People
Yes,
feel
I
glee
did.
when I
You
sing.
You ain't
My
here.
grandpa's
There's a
dirty.
delay in your
I
ear.
swam with the rock.
People.
The game is over. Lee Ice won't shut up. We can't finish it.
I am getting
We're out of
robbed.
time.
I'm
I hope y'all had a good
sorry.
time.
I didn't know who that was.
Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m.
got robbed.
WLVS, ListenVisionLive.com.
Bullshit, man.
For Justy
his eyes
Rose,
Hey.
for Ray LeBay, and for the
good
always
week, man.
belligerent and inebriated Uncle Granddad Lee Ice,
ever-
I'm the Vision.
No.
We'll see you in 20 minutes on
I got
YouTube.
robbed.
Please, please, please,
No.
fuck with us.
I got robbed.
Fuck with us. See you.